Yes, yes. Filming. Welcome to the first edition of Packin Da Mack. I'm gonna take you through the culinary experience of eating mackerel out of tins. Basically street food, the best street food you can get. So I'm gonna take you to various different shops. Today we're outside the Church Road Tesco's. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I gets down with the Mack. Packin Da Mack in the back. There's various different types of ways you can rate the mackerel. There's the sauce, there's the tin, there's the meat itself. And then there's the combinations, you know what I mean? The flavors, the different accessories. So usually I come in here, I know exactly where the mackerel is, but because there's a camera, it's throwing me off a bit. Next aisle.
Excuse me. Not like to film in it.
So we got 3 different varieties this time. I got the tomato sauce, I got the brine, and I got the sunflower oil. Walk with me. Just gonna hit the sklet to grab some wine to have with my mackerel. I've got a nice French wine. Shouts to my French people at work. It'll go nicely with the sunflower oil mackerel. It'll give it a full body taste. Textured. I like red wine. I don't really with the white wine. I like a bit of white wine, but red wine's my There's a little dipper there. So I like a nice full bodied red. Do you know what I mean? Especially, some people say red wine don't go with fish, but they're wrong and they're stupid. I'm gonna show you that red wine goes with mackerel. Packin Da Mack Vol.1. Son, get busy. So basically, I'm gonna break this shit down for you lot. You can play it safe and cop yourself a little chewing gum if you want, so you don't have to give the Mac burps to your missus and that. So I'm gonna review this on obviously the taste, the sauce, the overall packaging and accessibility to mackerel with a fork, and also the different like overall flavors and just general vibe of the mackerel that you're getting. Boom. I need to get my eating garments on, do you know what I'm saying? That's how he does. Warning. Warnings should come with all mackerel, because you will f your clothes up wearing this shit, eating this shit. You need to wear something that is expendable. Ha! Hey, head. Got a light? This is for them people that need protein. Do you know what I mean? You need to eat a meal, but it's like 39p. Like, there's 2 ways you could eat this. There's the street food way, yeah? Which is, let's go outside. You pop it forward, and then you pull it back like that, and you let the excess drain. Don't do this with the tomato one. Can't do this, the tomato sauce is bad. If you can, get a lemon, a bit of pepper. Anyway, for street purposes, we do this. Okay, for my G's out there, fork, bowl, somewhere to rest your zoot. See, the Tesco's one, it always comes quite chunky. You get the John Smith's one, they're a bit more like, the pieces of mackerel ain't quite as chunky. Do you know what I mean? Tesco mackerel, it's always got that chunky flavour to it. Chunky flavour. You can taste the sea. You get a big chunk of that, that's gonna keep you going. Dog. 1 tin, it's a good start, you know what I mean? It's not got that strong tomatoey taste, you know what I mean? So it's a bit more like fishy. It's better with lemon. That just happened. That did just happen. See? Mackerel can distract you from fucking important, like your zoot on a wall on top of a, you know what I mean? This is the problem with Tesco. Tesco, sort out your mackerel packaging, right? See these little corners here? That fucks up the whole process, yeah? You get it all over your chin and shit. Tesco's marked. I'm gonna have to mark you down on packaging, but flavor's right. Let's get on to the next one. Right, I lost the zoot. It's cold outside. We're here. We're gonna review this next one. Non-street eats. We've had the sunflower oil, Tesco's own sunflower oil. Now we're gonna take it up a notch. Take it up a notch. So I bought Tesco's mackerel in brine, but I'm gonna give it to my dog. So let's start with the tomato then, yeah? See, I'm inside. So you notice I open it towards me. Oh, see? This is always a risk. The thing came off. I'd now got mackerel all over my wall and my window. It's peak. I just repainted. All over my hand. This is another thing. You start smelling. It's only for an unprepared man's game. Anyway, back to it. Never pour the sauce away. You never pour the tomato sauce away in this. You're just fucking up your whole life if you do. This is one of my favourites right here. You can't f with Tesco's mackerel in tomato sauce. The meatiness of the mackerel and the like sauciness of the sauce, it's like a taste sensation. Sometimes those sides aren't so much of a problem. Do you know what I mean? Inside of that doesn't have those same design flaws as the sunflower oil. I think this is so you can tip it easier. Before, that wasn't the case. So Tesco, you've been listening to my prayers and you've actually answered. So you can get pretty much all the sauce out. If you're feeling generous and you've got a dog, you can always do the nice thing. Pour. Give me a pour. You gotta make them work for it. Pour. Yeah. Do you want mackerel? Speak. Do you want mackerel? Yeah? Obviously the sauce. I might eat this now, you know. Design flaw. Nah, see, it's a problem. Alright. I could just pop that shit. See, that's what the dogs think. The Tesco's own mackerel and tomato sauce, small tin like that, 8 out of 10, hands down. Probably the best tomato sauce mackerel tinned. Alright, so if you're hungry, if you want to go cut some, try out the sunflower oil. Don't with the, well, you with the brine, do you know what I mean? Do your thing, but for me, I'm cool. John West have got a certified selection of tinned fish goods that I'm going to be working my way through and giving you good, up-to-date, thorough, textured reviews. So if you're like me and you like tinned fish, Packin Da Mack.